Hoot, 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 hoot. Hey guys, how's it going? Wow, I didn't expect to see something like this, huh? Well, I'm at the office, as I'm working on my video for, oh wait, you know what? We haven't added the music yet. What am I doing? Anyways, welcome my Hooties. I am a huge Harry Potter fan. As you can tell, I'm Ravenclaw. You know what I mean? I've played the games, I've read the books, well, most of the games, the ones that mattered. I played the first one, loved it. I think I played some of the other ones. I've played Hogwarts Legacy. I've played Wizards Unite, Hogwarts Mysteries. I'm still baffled that they closed down Wizards Unite. It was a great sequel. You get to create your own wizard. I love the fact that you can create your own character. You know what I mean? Hogwarts Legacy. I love that you can use the Harry Potter Pottermore, as it was once called. Now I think it's called the Wizarding World app. And you can use that, you can link that up to your account, to the game, to give yourself what your character, what you got on the show. So you get what you got from the Wizarding World, because it's like make it more personal to you. You know what I mean? Yeah, it takes place in the ye old Benji Frank times, but I like it. I say this because I want to let you guys know that I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. You know, I've made OCs. I've got merch. I've got the Order of Merlin, all three, from 3rd, 2nd, and 1st class. I made a gigantic Ravenclaw, which is supposed to be an eagle for the mascot. I made a cool little Ravenclaw thing that's in my kitchen. You know? My character is the Hootingtons because it's like, I figured that would be like the very first magical owl family would be the Hootingtons, the oldest of all Hootingtons, the noble owl. Now, before we begin this video, I want to react to the teaser trailer for the series. And I'm honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm a little on the annoyed with one particular casting decision, but in all, I will respect it. I mean, there's nothing we can do. It's already, I do also want to point out the music that's playing. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone for PS1. Storybook intro by Jeremy Soule. If you don't know who that is, that's a man who made a lot of legendary music, soundtracks, composer for Oblivion, Skyrim, and all that. Just listen to this part right here. Peep this. Not only did this man create a world that captures that magical essence that John Williams made with Harry Potter, but made it his own. He didn't need to. I mean, it sounds similar with the bum 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 bum, dun 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 dun. But you also hear that precursor to Oblivion. You know what I mean? Don't you hear that very pre-Oblivion sound? Like, if you could separate this, and if someone said this was like a music box kind of thing for Oblivion, you probably believe it. But anyways, Another reason I'm stalling is because of copyright issues. You know, copyright. And HBO ain't that far behind. So, let me see if there's anything I could, add. You know what? I'm just gonna do... I'm gonna do a fair use Hoot. Sorry if there's any like tearing or you know, I'm just possible low poly over here, you know what I mean? Anyways, censor fair uses Hootam Hoot. I'm gonna throw up a fair use Hoot spell. I'm gonna throw up a fair use incantational Hoot. It's big. It's big. It's hooty. It's big. It's Hoot. It's deliciousis. Magical fair use Hoot. I'm gonna move the music over here because you need to know who made the music. You need to know who made this awesome music, if you know what I'm saying. I think gift credit needs to go up here and bam. You know what I mean? I don't think you need to see my toes unless you're weird, you know. I don't think you need to see my hootin' toes. What's important is up here. Anyways, there we go. There is the mystical fair use Hoot. It lets you know, HBO, that this is in fact fair use. I'm giving my awesome, honest opinion. I'm giving my honest opinion on this. I need to custom. I need to customize the picture size. Every time I have to do that because it's not in direct. Anyways, I'm gonna keep the music on just a little bit. You know, also to combat it. But I want you, I want you to pay perfect attention to this, HBO. It's fair use, okay? I also wanted to use my talking Hoot, which, by the way, if you hear any like clicking sounds, that's me switching between and this. All right. With that being said, let go, shall we? Now, We begin this in the Privet Drive, number 4 Privet Drive, and it looks just like the movies, a little more 90s aesthetic. You see Uncle Vernon right there, you know what I mean? And it starts with Petunia. It starts with either Petunia or Vernon. One of the it shows Harry, poor Harry, getting chucked into his broom cupboard, and it looks a lot smaller. Like there's no bed. It doesn't look personalized. You know what I mean? It doesn't look personalized like in the movies, you know what I mean, with Chris Columbus, and you just show how small he is, you know. We also get to see him running in school. This is him running from Dudley. Now, these are only in flashbacks, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm saying? Sorry. I will say this, just to throw it out there, HBO. Big shout out to HBO here. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to take your thunder. Or this ain't, you know, this is HBO. This is property of HBO Max. You got yourself an HBO Max prescriptiones. I would, you know, I honestly might consider getting one because of this movie series. It just so much, you know. They're gonna add so much to it. They're gonna have all 7 books. I'm guaranteeing it. They're not gonna probably show as much for the later books because of how big they are. 1, maybe 1 up to 3, they probably will be able to get everything in. But eventually they're gonna get to 4, and it's like, don't even get me started on 5. You know what I mean? Don't even get me started on the Order of the Phoenix. You know. But I mean, if anything, if the reason why they're doing it over the span of 10 years, what if they're doing maybe 2 seasons for each, you know, or what if they're doing extended seasons for 4, 5, and, well, 6? 6 ain't that big. 6 wasn't that big, you know. But, I don't know. They might extend. Hopefully, they'll extend it. Sorry if you hear the chair creaking and stuff. That's my old chair, and that's the cushioning on my chair. Just, you know, not me farting. But yeah, you see him running, and he's getting pinned up. AKA, I like the actor. I like the fact that you'll see Petunia's actress if you haven't seen it. Dudley's blonde. Dudley and Petunia in the book are described as being blonde. And the little weasel right behind him, that little slug, that little stinky right there. That's Pierce. That's his friend Pierce. Pierce goes with Dudley on his birthday to the zoo. That's another difference from the movies. You know, he wasn't in that stuff. You know, he wasn't in there. And but yeah, this is called Harry hunting. One of Dudley's favorite sports, as Harry describes it. I don't need to describe what they do. You know, poor Harry has enough to deal with. But we also might, and this is my theory here. This is what I think is gonna happen in this particular scene. Either Dudley's gonna sock on him a bit, like whop, you know, hit him like a punching bag, which Dudley goes into boxing, I believe, later on. I can't remember exactly when, but third, either sometime in the 3rd or so, he gets into boxing. It might be in the 5th book, but he gets into boxing. He's really good at it, you know, because obviously he's beating up on the smaller students, you know. Everyone fears him. Big D. But, like, it's you know, he beats up on the kids. Yeah, that's basically what I'm trying to say. And he might be, like, about to round up on Harry, punch him, you know. And Harry closes his eyes, and next thing you know, silence. And he's like, wait, what? Opens his eyes, and he's outside on the roof. He vanished on the top of the roof. You know what I mean? Which I think gets him thrown into. He gets him in trouble. Another instance comes later. And, oh, you get to see the scar too. Now in the book, it's more in the middle of his forehead, unlike the movies, which I think this is what they're doing now. But look how jagged that scar looks. Like, in the movie, it looks more like an actual thunderbolt. But this one looks like... And, of course, the reason, for anyone that's actually wondering why the scar is a thunderbolt... Is his eyes... Dominic McLaughlin? Are his eyes actually green in this one? Because I know his eyes are blue, right? Did they actually give him green contacts? That would be neat if Dominic McLaughlin was able to wear, you know, would have been able to wear contacts to show off the green eyes. Because in the books, particularly said by Remus Lupin and them, they say, you have your mother's eyes. Which in the movies, they didn't exactly portray that right. The young actress who played young Lily had brown eyes, and then later on she had like blue eyes. So it's they're still beautiful movies. It's just like they had some weird continuity issues with the eyes, but he looks like Harry Potter. He looks exactly how Harry Potter should look. I'm actually excited for this, you know. But anyways, you see Petunia played I can't remember the actress's name, but she's blonde. You know what I mean? She is blonde. I don't know if she has. I think she has glasses. But you just see that kind of venomous look, and she's ripping. She's cutting his hair, except for the bangs, to cover up that horrible scar. You know and you see her pointing a knife at, like, not a knife, scissors. You see her pointing scissors at him, emphasizing just how ordinary he is, because that's what the Dudleys are about. You know, the Dudleys are all about being painfully normal. Thank you very much. Nothing out of the ordinary for them. Very, you know. Thank you very much. Except they practically abuse. No, not practically. They do abuse poor Harry for 11 years. Keep him locked in this cupboard. No food except for like scraps. Make him wear Dudley's old rags. That's like bit of elephant skin. You know what I mean? That's what the scene from the movie is. Petunia soaking clothes in the and what she's look. It looks like she's dipping stuff. She's dyeing clothes gray, I believe, for Harry's new school, public school. She's dipping it, and it's like, that looks like bits of elephant skin, you know, large bits of elephant skin. You know, it just, you can definitely see how hated this woman's gonna be. Look at that evil between vindictive, and she's pointing a pair of scissors at Harry. Like, back up, Petunia. Back up, Petunia. But yeah, we also see the moment when he gets his letter, and I think the reason why he got I think the reason he's been pushed into the thing either was after. This must be before or after his hair grows back, because his magic affects not only him, but like his physical form. Like if Petunia cut his hair and the next day it's still grown out and bushy and crazy, like, you know, like he didn't comb his hair, which is wild. Which is him and his dad had the same hair, which is why they, you know. Anyways, we get this the day he gets his letter. I'm still curious on how they're gonna do that, how they're gonna get the look and stuff. But he gets his letter, and you see just the different writing. This actually looks like writing, on contrast to what the other one looked like. You know, this actually looks like handwriting compared to something else. You know, the print that was used for it. And we jump, I believe we jump straight to Harry looking at his reflection. This is the first shot we get to see of Hagrid. Nicholas Frost is Hagrid, you know what I'm saying? And we get to hear, you know, Harry asking about his parents, and listen to Nick Frost's performance. Hang on a minute. Let me turn this up a little bit. You know what I mean? Just a little bit so you guys can hear just what he sounds like. And I'm going to explain why I don't mind it. You know what I mean?
I ever met. They were funny and clever. And they stood up for what they believed was right.
Now, I don't mind that they sound I don't mind that he doesn't sound rough, gruffy, or like, you know, have a deep. I don't mind that his voice isn't as deep as Robbie Coltrane. You know, rest in peace. Like he made that character legendary. You know what I mean? But however, I do understand that. You know, one thing is you gotta do things differently. You know, you can't try and recapture that magic of the first one. There has to be a difference, you know. Second of all, I do feel that for as big as Hagrid is, he can be intimidating, you know. Like, we didn't hear him say, "Don't talk to Albus Dumbledore like that in front of me again." You know, that could be different. Hagrid is still a softie, though, you know. I do believe that Hagrid would sort of have, like, I do feel like Hagrid would choose when to have a deep, gruffy voice and when to talk like that. Particularly to Harry, at this current moment, easing him into the magical world, introducing him to everything. Plus, they're in, I think they call it the underground, the subway. They're in a subway. They're in a cramped, confined space. And he is telling him about information that these muggles wouldn't know about. So, of course, he's going to be sort of like a softer tone. He's going to talk with, you know, and he's getting emotional about Harry's parents. So, of course, he's going to talk a little more softly when referring to James and Lily Potter. You know, bit more softer than being like, "Oh, you know, your parents were great." You know, it's saying like, yeah, it's different. I'll admit, people who are like, "Oh, it doesn't sound right." Yeah, I get that, but you know, you get this beautiful scene of Ron and his mom. You get this really beautiful scene of you get this right here, driving people off. Hurts are driving people off the trains. I think this is a reference, a very 90s reference to how public transportation is. How Hurts are driving people off the trains. And it's like an abandoned, it's a statement from trains that's like, "Ugh, people are driving too many cars, automobiles, oh!" You know, I don't know, that's something I saw from the Collins brothers talking about this. The Super Collins brothers, they made a video about this. Anyways, but yeah, I really shouldn't be. I don't want to show too much except for this scene with Harry running. I don't know. Hedwig! Also, look, it's Hedwig! Ah! Hedwig! Ah! You know, it's gonna be so precious. It's gonna be so precious to see that, you know. And Molly hugging Ron, letting him know it's gonna be alright, you know what I mean? There's symbolism with the doves and the painting behind them. But that look, I feel like this is a look. Jeez, look at that scar. It actually looks like a scar and not like a lightning bolt. Oh, I almost forgot. For those who are wondering why the lightning bolt looks the way it does. I have a habit of rambling. The lightning bolt, it looks like a lightning bolt because Avada Kedavra, I believe, is associated with a lightning bolt. You know what I mean? I think that's the associated wand movement when you do Avada Kedavra is a lightning bolt shape. I may be wrong, but I think that's, as a Harry Potter fan, I can't believe I'd be wrong but yeah, that would definitely be a lightning bolt. And look, he looks so short and tiny for a 10-year, like for 11. You know, that's it's so depressing that, you know, all the years of abuse and neglect from the normal Dudleys. Anyways, but yeah, it's a very beautiful scene. Molly is sending Ron off to Hogwarts, and it's just very touching. Now, entrance hall. Entrance hall looks so magical. Like, you see McGonagall. McGonagall, amazingly cast, you know. The shoulders, I wish I seen the shoulder things, you know, the shoulder pads would have been awesome. This right here, oh my god. Lovely. You got the tree growing up from the castle door, you know. This is just beautiful. You know what I mean? You got McGonagall waiting. All these are the original 40 students and stuff. People have issue with the Sorting Hat. Again, this isn't going to be the same. This isn't going to be the same. You know what I mean? This isn't going to be the same story. It's going to be different. It's going to have a lot of similarities to the book and the movies. It's going to be that beautiful mix. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a more faithful adaptation. Well, as faithful as it can be, you know. But I'll get to that when I get to it. And, second of all, this is Godric's hat that he made into the sorting hat. What if, as soon as this goes on the student's head, it transforms? Like the eye, the hat morphs to look like it has eyes in a mouth. I can't wait. This is gonna be amazing. I love it. I can't wait to see exactly how they do the sorting hat. You know, I'm gonna skip ahead here. The scenes him in the classroom too. Like, look how, what do the classrooms look like? Ollivander looks amazing. The hallways, I can't wait to see. It's a whole new story too. Like, look at that. I would have loved to have class in that office, in that, like, you know, I would have loved to have class in that kind of, like, environment. Like, this looks like Hogwarts. Magical, you know what I mean? Beautiful. But anyways, you see him opening up the Nimbus 2000, swift as a, was it swift as? But yeah, they're excited. You see this. I can't wait. This has to be after this. That can't be the Nimbus. Like, there's no way that's the Nimbus. I think that's his starter broom. This might be a basic broom he starts off with, and whoopsie. And oh yeah, you see that? We see the classrooms, the common room. This might be where this might be just a regular confrontation between Draco and the trio. You got the Fred, not Fred. You got Malfoy, you got Fred, Crab and Goyle, or Goyle and Crab, you know, these two. Then you got Pansy Parkinson. All of them, wands waved. Wands out. Wands out, ready to fight. You know what I'm saying? It's about to get it. It was a firefight. You know, that kind of thing. And it's like, bro, yeah, he doesn't have greasy, slick back hair, but it's like, oh, I can't wait. Maybe we get to see Harry and Draco's first encounter at Madame Malkin's robes for all occasions. Madame Malkin's robes for all occasions. Madame Malkin's. He gets his robes from Madame Malkin's, and he doesn't see him at Draco, but he hears his voice, and it's not pleasant. He's very bigoted from the beginning. You know, some students shouldn't belong in Hogwarts. You know, something like that. But I like this. This might be leading up to him challenging Harry to the midnight duel, which he doesn't intend. Quidditch. You see Quidditch, and I'm gonna say it here. I don't mind the casting decision for Hermione. From what I heard, she did an amazing job as Hermione in the audiobooks, and she's also a very talented actress from her stage plays I think she was in. But yeah, Ronald, perfectly cast, and I'll say it too. I don't care if they casted Bones. What's her name? The actress for I can't think of her name, but I don't care. Like I don't even think there was like really a description for her in the books. You know what I mean? Like who cares? who cares? You know? I think her name is Amelia Bones. I think Amelia. But yeah, or Susan Bones. That's it. I think the mom's name is Amelia. Anyway, Susan Bones. I don't care that they like seriously like. Now I do have a problem with the casting. I'll keep it a hoot stack, but again, you know, you get herbology. Can't wait for herbology. You know, you get them goofing around, acting like kids, throwing snowballs and stuff. I do believe that might be. Oh man, where is it at? This right here, throwing snowballs. I don't know if they're gonna show them throwing snowballs at the back of Quirrell's head, which, spoilers, for those who don't know, that's Dumbledore. That's Voldemort. That's Voldemort. But yeah, just amazing, just beautiful, beautiful. You know, I think this is gonna be his new wand. I think this is gonna display his new I believe this is where he displays. This might be where he displays the Nimbus 2000. You know what I mean? This might be where he displays it. He shows it off like, you know. That's why he's got it hidden under his robes. Because he's gonna reveal it. Another beautiful scene of friendship. You know, they're eating. It's from the book. They're roasting marshmallows and anything that could be put on a spoon or a roasting fork in the book. You know, Hermione looking as Hermione as ever, adorable little whatever that thing. You know. And here we go. Okay. Now we're going to get to the part where everyone's been wondering about my opinions on Papa Esiadu as Snape. Alright, so do I think it was a poor decision to cast him? Absolutely. I'm going to keep it a hoot stack with you. 30 minutes into a video. I think the reason they did this is, one, to be more inclusive, diverse. You know, props on him for getting the role. You know what I mean? Hopefully he got it because of his acting talent and not because of to start controversy. I fear Papa Esiadu was casted to cause the Twitter meltdowns and the comment section and bring in unwanted attention that it has. Like, they knew this was a tactic. Casting a person of a different race can be okay. It can be excused if it's because of their talent. You know, Michael Clark Duncan as Kingpin. He's an amazing actor. Rest in peace. Sam Jackson as Nick Fury. Amazing choice. Cause he's an amazing actor. There wasn't an agenda to be pushed. There wasn't, it wasn't a tactic to have people to get attention on it. That's what it's about. I fear that. I fear they did that just to get people complaining just to get people's eyes on it, to talk about it, to get as a giant buzzword, Black Snape. Now, I might be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope Papa Esiadu does amazing. I do. It's just going to be a very jarring, you know, from Nick Frost is a good Hagrid. Or, Nick Frost is a good Hagrid. Harry, great, amazing cast all around. But then we get the Black Snape. Like, bruh. You know what I mean? I'll watch it. I'm still going to watch it. I'm still going to watch it. But it's still going to be... You know, when Black Snape comes on, it's still gonna be weird. Again, he might be a great actor, but he's not Snape. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that, and I'm not saying to make him Kingsley Shacklebolt either. That's not fair for him. That's not fair, you know, because Kingsley pops in like in the 5th book. Like, where is that? How's that fair for Papa or Papa? You know. You know what I mean? But, like, I don't know. I don't feel like it should have been... I don't... That's just my opinion, guys. This is all my opinions. That's why that video is like almost an hour long, because it's just me hooting and hollering that, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of this. I'm not. But at the same time, I've grew up with this show. I've grown up with this since I was a kid. I defended the idiots that were destroying J.K. Rowling's name because of her views on trans people. You know what I mean? You have a right to be who you are. Never let anyone tell you you can't be who you are. You know what I'm saying? Everyone, I respect everyone if they're respectful to me. However, if someone has different opinions than yours and they aren't harming anyone, you do not have the right to attack them or anyone that agree, or, you know, anyone that doesn't, I don't know, that the amount of hate that the simple players that wanted to play Hogwarts Legacy got from a bunch of hypocritical left, you know, it baffles me. This is why I don't mess with politics. You know what I'm saying? This is why I stay firmly in the middle, because I see both stupid on both sides. I do respect people's opinions. You know what I'm saying? If they're like, well, I disagree with you. You know, this is why. And you stay respectful to me. Anyone, everyone has opinions. You know? We don't need to be hating everyone just because of a difference of opinion. You know, we need to respect each other. Respect. Anyways, that's my opinion on Papa Esiadu as Snape. Bad decision. It's a bad casting choice, but I'll see how I'll see how it is. You know what I mean? I'll see how he is as Snape and make my judgment, you know? I'm excited for this. I'll be honest with you. I am beyond excited for this. John Lithgow as Dumbledore, he looks like Richard Harris, and he's like 80 some years old, so he's gonna be pretty old when the book series ends. Hopefully we don't have a repeat of Richard Harris passing on after the 2nd movie, and Michael Gambon, both of them rest in peace. You know. But yeah, he looks so amazing with his beard. I wonder why he has that little fork, that little tuning fork. That's probably like something he eats from. Like, I picture him having like some lemon sorry. I picture him having some lemon cake and offering some to McGonagall, or maybe there's like a doorway in this, wherever he's in, that requires that sound, a very nice little ting, you know, some magic that he's privy to that everyone isn't aware of, or, you know, he just looks like Dumbledore. This is probably his Muggle attire. You know what I mean? Probably his Muggle attire, and we get to the famous scene at the end where I'm just gonna let this play out. You know, I'm gonna let this play out. Just, you know, 1 second. I'm gonna let this play out full. And yeah. I'm gonna let this part play out.
Are you really Harry Potter?
That's so adorable. Oh, also, he's got the dirt on his nose from flu powder. I think it, you know, the flu powder stuff, and we get to see this Harry Potter, beautiful title. I like how they kept it similar. They didn't completely change it. But they did make it different. It's different from the originals, you know. It looks similar enough, but it also looks different, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I mean? It is a teaser trailer, but they also called it "And the Philosopher's Stone," not the Sorcerer's Stone, the Philosopher's Stone. That's what I like about it. You know what I mean? They kept it almost accurate to what it looks like. And yeah, that's it. It's amazing. I can't wait. Oh. I almost forgot. The release date. Are you kidding me, bro? 2026 Christmas? Ah! Ah! Bro, that's going to be an amazing year. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. It is. It's going to be amazing. Anyways, I wasn't expecting to rant on this long. I really wasn't. But you know, I guess people are understandably upset about this, you know what I mean? I've even made a little joke about Snape's new haircut, you know. So let's see some of the comments. You know what I mean? Like, we got. It feels like people, you know, these kind of like, as long as Dumbledore says, "Harry, did you put your name in the goblet of fire?" You know, calmly. That's. But without the iconic, you know, everyone mostly. Yeah, about Black Snape. I think people are upset about Black Snape, and I can't help but agree. I can't help but be like, yeah, that tracks. It tracks. It does. Like, why would you? Why? You know, but I'm not gonna act like I'm not excited for it, you know. So anyways, with that being said, that was my 40-some minute rant about Harry Potter. See, this is why this should let you know that I'm in fact a big Harry Potter fan, and HBO Max, don't try it. Don't you dare try it. Hoot. Anyways, thank you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to share this family. Share this family. Share this with your fam and cheese. If you want some Hoot merch to share with your Hoot fams, Hoot friends, you know, your fam and cheese, check out the Hoot merch. We got awesome mouse pads, around 13 inches to like 13 inches tall by 33.6 inches long. You know, don't get weird with that. It's amazing. We got the tote bag, we got the hood, we got shirts, hoodies, hoodies on stack. You know, we got the sticker and mug. The mug looks beautiful. It looks amazing. I just had me some coffee with it. Amazing. Fits a medium cup of coffee on your Keurig machine. You know, I threw in some butterbeer flavored coffee from butterbeer flavored creamer from Coffee Mate and some cold foam. You're gonna love it. You know what I mean? If you haven't tried it, Coffee Mates butterbeer flavor with some cold foam, delicious. And anyways, oh man. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this long rant. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Hopefully all this footage comes out pretty good. I ain't gotta mess with it, or I ain't gotta detach audios and sync it back up. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing Thursday. And until then, I'll see you tonight for more. Well, actually, you know what? I want to play some Hogwarts Legacy tonight. I will play some Hogwarts Legacy tonight. I will see you later tonight when you visit the Owlery again. And I give my hoot in the dark. Hootius indiscreditus video or whatever. For watching. Don't forget to like, share with your fams, and hype if that's even a thing that's possible for my videos. I don't know what that's about. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe today and join the Parliament of Hoots. Don't forget to check out my other social medias like Twitter and Instagram and even Twitch, even though I'm hardly ever on there anymore, and my PlayStation Network account. Also, check out those videos down there. It'll take you to more of my content. And until then, I'll see you when you visit the Owlery again, and I give my hoot in the dark.